As the NATO-aligned countries continue to support the Ukrainian military, which has been massively infiltrated by neo-Nazis, word has come that the leader of one of the largest neo-Nazi militias in the country has been killed. According to reports that don't have 100% confirmation, the leader of the Azov Battalion has been killed in combat. The Azov Battalion and other far-right groups have been a terror in eastern Ukraine since the US-backed fascist coup in 2014. Upwards of 15,000 ethnic Russians have said to have been killed by their actions alone. These same militias are now an integral part of the Ukrainian military supplied by NATO countries. In a recent clash, the Donetsk People's Republic militia claims to have slain the Azov leader, Artyom Murkhovsky. The battle was said to have taken place in the city of Avdiivka in Ukraine's eastern Donbass region. The incident has been hailed as a victory by separatist forces and anti-fascist forces alike. At this time, there has been no 100% confirmation that Murkhovsky is dead. The destruction of the Azov Battalion comes as Russia is currently besieging the Black Siege city of Mariupol. It is there that the majority of the Azov Battalion forces are stationed. Now, the Ukrainian government says upwards of 160,000 civilians are trapped inside the area and are awaiting evacuation. The issue of neo-Nazis and making the base of combat forces inside of Ukraine has been a sensitive issue for NATO-aligned countries who claim to oppose Nazism. The US government to date has essentially denied by omission that the fascist forces exist, despite the fact that leaked documents from the Pentagon very much show an awareness. In addition to this, in 2016, the US revoked a law that previously banned it from funding neo-Nazi forces inside of Ukraine. According to reports, the Pentagon lobbied the House Defense Appropriations Committee to remove the Conversion Amendment in the 2016 defense budget, claiming that it was unnecessary as such funding was already prohibited under law. The NATO-aligned media has not continued to push the exact same line in every single media outlet. While some have denied the existence of neo-Nazis within the Ukrainian military, at least one organization, MSNBC, has declared that the propensity of fascist forces inside the Ukrainian military is the fault of Russia itself. Several days ago, the liberal-leaning MSNBC blamed the Russian denazification efforts as the cause of Nazi presence in Ukraine. According to them, the Russian invasion has caused Nazi militias to join Ukrainian forces out of necessity. What the claim fails to address is the presence of Nazis in the country due to the US-backed fascist takeover in 2014. In keeping with this theme, the facilitators of Wikipedia have announced there have been several attempts to rewrite the Azov Battalion article, erasing all of the evidence of their white supremacy, including redefining what it is that's on their flag, their previous actions, erasing reports of mass graves being created by the militia of ethnic Russians and sometimes other ethnic minorities inside the country. And this appears to have been a coordinated attack by their actual facilitators, the people in charge of monitoring the article. So there has been a consistent effort by the Western liberal democratic institutions to rewrite the history of the Azov Battalion to erase its links and sheer substance of white supremacy. And this is part of the ongoing information war that is making up this conflict inside of Ukraine. It has been said many times before that the first casualty in war is the truth. Now, while we find it very difficult to believe either side in this conflict, we are certain that there are fascist forces inside the Ukrainian government, and particularly inside of the military. And there has been a consistent effort by NATO countries to deny this, despite reports being leaked. One of those being that the Canadian military showed discomfort at the idea of handing training, professional military training, over to white supremacist militias inside the country. And this is continuing to be a massive problem worldwide as neo-Nazis have continued to be a boon for Western aggressive foreign policy, and something that should be addressed, and something that speaks very much to the heart of the US empire and the heart of NATO itself an organization that was once led by an actual Nazi from Nazi Germany who was pardoned for his crimes so that he could lead NATO. Reporting from Niagara Falls, Jason Unruhe, MRN. Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.